Hello, it's Dr. Edward here with the Healing Vets regular holistic pet health show. Today we're talking about cannabis, CBD in particular, and how CBD can really help so many animals with so many different health conditions and diseases. It's just not funny. So CBD is something that I've been using in my practice for a long time. One of the first vets in Australia to really jump on board using non-psychoactive, low THC, high CBD, CBD-rich, whole plant hemp extracts to help fur kids have a better life. So CBD is super safe, highly effective herbal medicine that can benefit many, many animals, and it is starting to get a little bit of traction in terms of sometime in the next year or so in Australia you're going to be able to get CBD products from your pharmacy, and it can help animals with all sorts of things. So let's talk a little bit about what CBD is. It's something I'm really, really passionate about because I've seen so many animals improve out of sight on CBD rich whole plant hemp or cannabis extracts. And I see there's quite a few people watching live. Please check in and say hi in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're from, what animals you have. So please say hello, and if you're watching on the replay, please also say hello in the comments, because I do go back and look at them and say, wow, look at these people from all over the world checking in. It's kind of cool. So CBD is only one of hundreds of bioactive compounds that the hemp or cannabis plant creates in the resins that coat the flowers. And CBD interacts, when it's given medically, when it's taken into the body, it interacts with a really, really important system that we find in the body of all mammals and most vertebrates. Hi Donna from Melbourne, and Nat from Brisbane, and anyone else who's out there, say hi and let us know what sort of dogs you have. I'm always excited to hear from you. So this system that's in the body is called the endocannabinoid system. The thing is, all animals make special compounds within their bodies that are called endocannabinoids. And this is where the true magic of the CBD, the cannabis medicine, how it works is. So what the compounds that are made by the hemp or cannabis plant are called phytocannabinoids. Now, phyto is a word that means plant. So these are cannabinoids that are made by the plant. And the phytocannabinoids that the marijuana plant creates fit right into the endocannabinoid receptors in your pet's body, and in your body too, of course. And when they lock into these receptors, all sorts of good things happen. I can tell you more about that as we move through this live stream. So how do cannabis extracts help your beautiful fur kids have greater health, greater vitality, less pain, less discomfort, and hopefully improvement with a whole host of different diseases? So the endocannabinoid system, the CBD hooking into the endocannabinoid system then causes changes in how your pet's body functions. The endocannabinoid system is a really deep regulatory system in your pet's body. And it regulates a process that is possibly the most important process in your animal's physiology and how their body works. It's a process called homeostasis. Now here's a definition that I found online. Homeostasis is a property of cells, tissues and organisms that allows the maintenance and regulation of the stability and constancy needed to function properly. Homeostasis is a healthy state that is maintained by the constant adjustment of biochemical and physiological pathways. So in other words, homeostasis is what keeps all the functions in your animal's body in a healthy, balanced state. So every process, every function that happens in your pet's body happens within a range. you know, temperature. Let's just talk about body temperature for a fact. So a healthy animal is going to have a healthy body temperature that sits in a normal range, right? And there's a whole many processes in the body that control your pet's body temperature. Now the endocannabinoid system is like a meta system. It controls all sorts of systems and maintains homeostasis in a whole lot of different systems and processes in your pet's body. Now this is one of the reasons why CBD is such a safe, effective, wonderful medicine for animals, is that it fits right into an existing system inside the body, right? And in the body, when the body makes endocannabinoids, they only last for a very short time. The body has enzymes that chew them up and make them go away very quickly. And in some bodies, animals' bodies with an imbalance, they won't make enough endocannabinoids. But when you give them CBD and many of the other cannabinoids, so in the hemp plant there's not just CBD, there's hundreds of different phytocannabinoid compounds, and they all can work together as a team in your pet's body in various ways. What happens is that the CBD plugs into the endocannabinoid receptor and it stays there for much longer than an endocannabinoid would. It lasts for a long time in the body. It's got a half-life of about 8 hours. Endocannabinoids, a matter of minutes or less. So it's safe because it's so similar to the natural substances that the body make. And because it's very similar to these compounds that are already created in healthy bodies, there are little or no toxic side effects. It's very rare to get adverse side effects from the giving your pets low CBD-rich, low in THC cannabis extracts. Now, if any of you want to talk to me about this, email me at dredward@thehealingvet.com. Love to help you get your pets onto cannabis if they need it for their well-being. Dr. Edward, DREDWARD @thehealingvet.com. Just drop into www.thehealingvet.com and contact me through the contact form. So the endocannabinoid system basically gets in there and causes everything to come into greater balance. If you want to really simplify what it does, is it increases the body's natural ability to create healthy balance and harmony. So what can CBD-rich whole plant hemp extracts help with when it comes to disease and problems? Pain, inflammation. Now inflammation is at the root cause of just about every chronic disease known to man and animal. Epilepsy, arthritis, fantastic for arthritis. Inflammatory bowel disease. I've had one client who had a dog they were going to put to sleep. Its IBD was so bad, and after a few weeks on CBD, the animal was nearly better. Inflammatory anxiety, diabetes, glaucoma, cancer. Now CBD and cannabis extracts are mostly palliative for cancer, but they can really help animals have more quality time before it's their time to go. And in some cases you'll get tumours shrink, and occasionally you will get curative effects from cannabis extracts in cancer. Itchiness and allergies, it can help with that. High blood pressure, neurodegenerative diseases, anorexia, vomiting, and there's more things that it can help with too. And not only that, if you've got a healthy animal and you want to make them even more healthy, CBD-rich whole plant hemp extracts are a great health tonic. They can be used as a whole-of-life supplement to support vibrant well-being in your pets and to delay or slow the development of age-related degenerative diseases like arthritis. It's also particularly good, which I'll just add in there, for dementia. So if you've got an animal with doggy dementia, I've got to tell you, this is the bomb for that. So, how can you get CBD for your pets, and what kind of extracts are actually the best kind of extracts for you to use for your pets? These are really good questions. It's a question there, I use copaiba. Is it the same as CBD? Not really. CBD and whole plant hemp extracts have a whole host of beautiful medicinal compounds in them. So if you're in Australia, the regulations here are such that it's a bit tricky getting CBD, even though there's a lot of people finding grey and black market sources. When I talk to people, there's a lot of grey and black market products floating around. In Australia, vets can legally prescribe purified CBD isolates, and they can also prescribe what is called a full spectrum CBD extract legally through the vet writing a prescription for a compounding pharmacist to fill the prescription and send it to you and your animals. Now, if you have that option, I always recommend the full spectrum one, though this is not a whole plant extract. It is something that's been purified and then some other small amounts of other cannabinoids have been added. Now, I really like whole plant extracts. CBD-rich, low in THC, whole plant extracts, because these have hundreds of different cannabinoids in them, and these compounds all work together as a team with synergy so that the sum of the effect is greater than individual purified isolates. Now, there are a lot of grey and black market options, like I said, and there are some companies in Australia that seem to have TGA approval to market CBD-rich whole plant extracts. Now, the issue with grey and black market products is that you're not going to know how many milligrams per mil of active ingredients are in the extract. Makes it kind of hard to have a consistent dosage, and you do need, like any medicine, you need to get the right dose to get the best effect for your animals. So I generally don't recommend the grey and black market options. We have the Hemp Pet brand of full spectrum whole plant extract in the hospital that I work in, and if you want to have a consult with me, like I said, drop into thehealingvet.com and drop me a message and I'll tell you where you can book in for that. And if your vet locally is a bit reluctant to prescribe with a compounding pharmacist because they don't know the dose rates and stuff, please ask them to contact me and I'll send them the paper I presented at the Holistic and the Australian Veterinary Association conference last year. And I will tell them what safe dose rates are so that you can get onto that for your animals. Will your pet get stoned? No. Not if you use a CBD-rich extract low in THC. Now, you should never give a THC-containing extract to any animal unless under the very careful direction of a vet, because, and in Australia there's no legal avenue to do that at the moment, though there's some people working on getting some changes made legislatively so that we can do that, because there's immense value in the right dose. You've got to be very particular with the dose of THC because dogs are far more sensitive to it than people, and you will turn them into a comatose puddle very quickly if you're not careful. But it can be great for palliative care and cancer, for instance, and there are some other applications that other vets in other parts of the world are seeing great responses with small amounts of THC and very careful dosing of THC. We can't do that in Australia yet, but hopefully soon we will be able to. Tanya, I'm not recommending Individa so much because I'm working at a holistic veterinary hospital down here on the peninsula these days, and they have different product. What about CBD for silent soft tissue, neurofascial pain? So one of the things that I'm really passionate about and that I teach about a lot is silent soft tissue pain. Now, CBD is fantastic to use with body work for this kind of pain. If you use it alone, it's going to reduce the pain, but you're never going to actually heal the problem that's causing the pain. And body work does do that. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, give me a hoy. Hands-on work to actually physically connect with, engage with, and release pain and tension out of the tissues and structures of the body is really important. And like for old animals with arthritis, they all have soft tissue pain and they all benefit very much from having body work. So here with the Healing Vet and with Whole Energy Body Balance, which is the healing modality that I've developed and we have people learning and practicing all over the world, we focus on every possible way we can find to help you and your pets have a happy, healthy and pain-free life. And I got to tell you, I don't know what my animal did out there, but I'm sure that it was something naughty. I'll have to go and check in a minute. Here he comes, looking innocent. So CBD is possibly the best, safest, most effective herbal medicine I've ever used in my practice as a vet. And if you want to learn more about how to help your pets, dose rate, how to integrate CBD into a treatment plan with an animal that's already on other prescription drugs, drop into thehealingvet.com. Drop me a line or search for The Healing Vet on Facebook. And Anthea, I'm not going to give you any advice on dosing without a consultation. I just legally can't do that. I'm sorry, it's not appropriate for me to do that. So if you want more information, please contact me. I'd love to organise a time for a consult and help you out with that in any way I can, because it is a beautiful medicine. It should be totally decriminalised and legalised, and all this ridiculous legislation that's limiting people from getting affordable, high quality whole plant extracts is really something that gets up my nose. And that's it for today. So have a beautiful, beautiful evening and weekend with your pets, and I will see you again next week when we're back for the next one of these live shows.